Greetings, everybody, and welcome. Long time no see for a lot of people on here. If you're still sticking around, thanks for sticking around, of course. Paul Neon Davidson here with Atomic Comms, and we're doing a Let's Play. Remember those Let's Plays? I used to do them on this channel a lot. And now we're going to be doing one of the biggest games to be released last year, Super Mario Odyssey. I'll let this cutscene play out. Let's talk about the actual game first. Super Mario Odyssey, just freaking awesome. Love this intro. When I first saw this scene, I didn't realize that Peach's Castle was going to be playable, so... I don't know, it just always looks so... I don't know. Peach's Castle, I mean, spoiler warning. You can unlock Peach's Castle as a playable level. Surprisingly flat. And here we go, got one of the most exaggerated freaking knockbacks of the entire game. Like freaking Bowser's hat must be made of lead or something. And this is just totally comical. Nice looking shoe, by the way, Bowser. Like that. And for some reason he is able to speak English when he says somebody's name. That threw me off so badly. I think he says adios, Mario, by the way. Here's another thing right here. It's freaking brutal. Mario's hat getting torn up by a freaking propeller. It's just so silly. Like, I'm supposed to be taking it seriously, and it's like so tragic how all this is happening, and then like... I don't know, it's just so silly to me. Also, that moon there, foreshadowing. More spoilers. We're going to go to the moon later. And for some reason, throughout the whole game, despite the fact that I'm collecting moons, I never got the idea that we would go to the moon eventually. Which is the reason why the moon is visible in every single level. And here's a pretty cool little thing. Very cinematic game Mario Odyssey is. And like I said, I'm excited to play this game. I've already played it. I've only played and beaten it once. Currently doing some post-game stuff in that first playthrough of a file of mine. This is a new play file that I started up, which was mostly going to be about glitches and stuff like that, but when I decided I wanted to do a Let's Play about this game, I was like, you know what, I'll just delete the game, because I'm not really doing much on it anyway. And now we got Cappy here, who, I don't know exactly what the Cap race is supposed to be, if it's supposed to be like ghosts that just happen to have hats on their heads. So sad. I'm not even going to bother reading these because he kind of already does it himself. Fight the ringer. The Cap Kingdom. I love how everything is just a kingdom. And also the wavy backgrounds back there. I don't know what that's supposed to signify. Bowser's just up and kidnapping ladies all over the place. Nah, there's no ships. Our airships. Airships, not the wood ones from Super Mario Bros. 3. I also love the amount of emotion that Mario's showing in this game. I like how more expressive they made him. Also, I love the graphics that are on him. Gotta go to the... I can't believe I already forgot what the heck they were called. Jeez, knees. Brutals, that's what they were. It seems we're after the same thing. Let's team up. Always call them those two, because that's all they are. It's a Mahet. I can't go on adventures without the Mahet. I kind of wish we could unlock just standard Cappy as a hat we can wear. And he just has the ability to turn into hats. So there we go. We got yet another hat-based Mario game. Alright. I just instinctually wanted to do that. Not sure why. And now we could finally play the game to its fullest extent. Well, not really, because we got more stuff to do. Alright, throwing caps, and I am playing using the separate Joy-Cons because on my first playthrough I barely ever did that. Mostly because I was always playing it in handheld mode. Because I didn't really have a TV to use at the time. And yeah, so once again, like I said earlier, doing a Let's Play for the first time in a long time. Last time I tried doing a Let's Play, I believe, was with Splatoon 2. And I think the last time I left off on that Let's Play was actually on the last level. But at the time, the computer I was using was kind of bad for using Elgato Productions products with. And yeah, I'm using an Elgato on this. And the firmware just really sucks when it comes to the older Macs. Make all the Apple jokes you want. You know, like, I give, I just love Macs, but I already know this. Don't worry, I'll have all the load times in all the game to learn more about the action command, the action guide. Don't you worry. And don't worry, we're gonna be looking at those. And by that I mean not at all. I don't know why they make you do that every time you travel to a new area. At least during the regular game. Because during the post-game they don't do that anymore. Anyways, though, yeah, Elgato would always just screw up on my old Mac, and now I'm using a new laptop to do that, but I have to make a few compromises with it, so still not perfect, but eventually I'll get to the setup that I want to use. Until then, though, those birds have hats, and we can roll around like Sonic. And Nintendo really wanted you to freaking use this setup, the separate Joy-Cons, because it just gives you the most freedom out of all the different play styles. Like, you can use whatever you want, but it just feels the most natural. Here we go. We get the best part of the. Better do this. I would always suggest throwing, and also I forgot this the first time I played this. You see a question mark block, always consider throwing the hat at it. Because, you'll get the maximum amount of coins out of them, if it's one of those multiple coin boxes. And here we have our first capture. Eeny, miny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, miny, miny, mo. Alright, it's the first one anyway. Alright. Come on. The trippy ass thing. It is funny, like you just see the life of the frog flash before its eyes. You got tadpoles, you got young frog. These JPEGs. They're just straight up JPEGs of frogs. I want to know who took those pictures. I like how he says ribbit. Oh no! It's a me, Frago. We're gonna go back and get coins, because coins are important in this game. And yeah, so even though this game is several months old, got released in October. In case you don't know, oh yeah, we gotta go up here. This is like the new big thing about Mario Odyssey, is the capture ability. Allows you to capture bunch of different enemies and a bunch of different creatures, and you can use their abilities or their little specials, and you just do cool stuff with it. That's it. It is a pretty neat little feature. I remember people just going crazy with this freaking thing when they first announced it, which was actually like a little over a year ago, back in January. And then people got even more excited because of the E3 stuff, where we heard the old awesome song of Jump Up Superstar. Got that song on iTunes, by the way. Everyone should do that if you love that song. But I'm not Nintendo. I'm not the one telling you to pirate stuff, and we're gonna get 6 lives. Because boss battle. But like I was saying with these motion controls, it is the best way to play it with the separate ones, just because it's easier to use stuff with. It's just easier. It's more intuitive. And I love how Mario actually gets sit on him. If you stand up here for long enough. Or not even long enough, you just go up there. Nice attention to detail. I just love pointing that kind of stuff out. I say do be careful. The monster. But why are you up here then if you so close to the monsters? Hey, don't worry, we're gonna see more of these freaking gooses. I was gonna say something else. Then we got the Not Koopalings that show up that actually have a pretty prominent role in this game. Brothers. Love these. I love how these guys talk specifically. I'm gonna say the purple one is my favorite because he kind of reminds me of Ludwig. Can't do that if they're on if you can't if you're not using them separately. I forgot what the little terms for the different ways to play the Switch are. I mean, you can still use these different little like this homing cap thing, which is surprisingly useful, but it's a lot harder to do if they're not separate. Right. Oh, so he just has 2 lives in general. I thought ground pounding him would take out more of his health. That's a thing in certain Mario games. Just it's a certain thing where like in New Super Mario Brothers, if you ground pounded them, you would take out 2 hits instead of 1. And now we're heading to. I actually thought that was New Donk City the first time I ever saw it. Title screen with the moon in the background, of course. I don't know why this lightning pole goes on for so long. And I love how there's just this black and white world. And then suddenly we have prehistoric waterfalls. Love these expressions. I just love how expressive he is in this game. They gave him more of a personality here than they do in previous games. Even more than Mario plus Rabbids. Which is funny. You would think that they would have given him more personality there, but obviously not. That was more for the Rabbids than him. Yeah. Well, lucky that you knew there's a freaking airship here, Cappy. Otherwise, we would have just came here for no reason. And yeah, so here we go. The first full level of Super Mario Odyssey that just happens to be playing its theme song. That is not Jump Up Superstar. I would like to tell a little anecdote about this. Here we go. Actually, there's actually a kind of funny glitch where if you're in the water, you can actually skip this entire section, but it kind of glitches out the rest of the level, in that you can't actually like fight the boss. You can't actually fight the boss that's here, and you're kind of stuck because you need the boss's moons in order to progress. It's alright. First moon, so this is not your first moon. On my previous save file, this is not the first moon that I got. And now we can actually play the rest of the level legitimately. The top of the falls. I hate this woman. This lady creeps me out. Like, this is like the most creepy freaking boss in the entire game. And it's just a freaking massive rabbit. Comes out of nowhere. I hate the way she freaking loud, freaking echoey sounding talk. Her way of speaking. And I don't know. Just looks like she could totally screw a person up for the rest of their life, both physically and psychologically. Alright, and now we go actually move on with the level. I don't know why I bothered with that. Yeah, because you can get more power moons, but you can't actually do it, and I don't think you can... Yep, you're going to have to do this anyway. You actually do skip this entire cutscene also. Because you need it. It requires you to get the first moon before you do anything else on the level. You get 1 star, 1 moon, I should say. It's actually funnier if you do get up here without getting the first moon. You can hit this all you want, but it won't do anything. So, oh shoot, coins. Those coin stacks can be surprisingly difficult to get. I don't know how that's possible, but they just bounce around a lot, and they're just so random in how they bounce around. That's all they do is bounce around, and that's all you got to go off of. Anyways, I do have a bit of an anecdote with this with Mario Odyssey. It's the reason why I was gone for like so long, like because before my Nintendo Labo video, which is done like a day or two after that announcement, I hadn't made a single video since like August, and that video was the the Sonic Mania live stream that I did, and that's just because of real life college, you know. Then again, what other college is there aside from the online or whatever, or you know, cartoon college, you know, the one that doesn't matter, and the one that I'm totally making up right now. And I just wanted to focus on that, so I never did any Let's Play, so I missed out on a lot of games and a lot of news, so we better break through these first. And now I want to get this one. I should have actually done this first. Bite it. And might as well get this over here. There you go. Alright, buddy. Have a good night's rest. You know, knocked out and all that. So, Mario and Rabbids never Let's Played, even though I wanted to Let's Play it. Sonic Forces I wanted to Let's Play as well. I wanted to finish the Splatoon 2 Let's Play, and since I do have better equipment with me this time, and I actually know what the heck to do in the game now, I still have all the levels unlocked and all that. Okay, I can't believe I'm still having trouble doing this move. And I will actually do all that in one part or something. I'll get back to that game eventually. I'm screwing up already. Get rid of y'all. And there's not really much we can do in this level until we actually beat it. So, just gonna get as many coins as we can. Yeah, for this entire part, I'm gonna stop this part after I finish. What's the name of it? Fossil Falls is the name of this level. And I think for this Let's Play, just so it's brief enough, at the same time organized enough, I'm gonna try to do my best to make each part dedicated to at least one level, or at least get a lot done in each level. Because I know how to play the game, I know where to go for the most part, I know what most of the missions are, how to get a lot of the stars. Easily enough. And yeah, there's more purple coins down there that I missed, that I completely missed. Sorry about that. So I should be able to do this kind of quickly, for the most part. We're all gone flat and rather blocky at that. There's some Dr. Seuss stuff here. And I totally goofed myself. I should have jumped on this dude earlier. There you go. And yeah, coins are the name of the game in this game, because you're always buying stuff, and unlike New Super Mario Bros. 2, they actually matter. Because you can buy stuff with them, buy clothes, you can buy upgrades, you can buy... I'm just gonna break this one, because this one, I always break the block underneath that box, and I always miss out on those coins. you get 2 more. Yeah, this is those are the only other moons that you can get, with the exception of the boss's moons. Because nothing else is unlocked. It's like they knew you would be able to sequence break in this area, but they knew, but at the same time, they still wanted you to play it legitimately. Because it's like, you know, why not? This is a Metroid. What do you think this is? Do whatever you want, land? Might as well be, with how amazing this hack control is. And I will now, let's get into the worst part of the frickin' story for me. God, this frickin' lady. Hate that laugh. Just hate her frickin' face. Please don't zoom in on that. God. Oh, jeez, laugh. Hate your laugh also. And then it just gets worse because she starts chasing after you after a while. And then she gets angrier, and then her face just, and then it looks like, ultimately ends up looking like she got possessed by a demon during the last hit. And it just makes me hate her even more. So, okay, why do I keep screwing this up? Yeah, who cares? I'll take the hit. I just gotta find more hearts after this. Catch up, lady. Yep. Oh boy. You're already doing enough to creep me out lately. Like if I was in Mario's position, I would be just, I'd be crapping myself, honestly. I don't think I've ever been hit by her. Keep up. You gotta stay fit. Keep control of your animal. Nice jiggle physics on her, by the way. You know what you did there. And now there's no way to get out of here, aside from getting these. Let's do it. Yeah. This is our first Tri-Moon, which would get you 15 lives in Super Mario World. And getting back to that little anecdote I was talking to you about, I want to get all the personal. I shouldn't even have to be talking about personal stuff in this these freaking Let's Plays, because I want to end the part here. I don't know, just like just because I didn't want to do the Let's Plays doesn't mean that I didn't play the games at all. Because I still played Mario Odyssey like the day it came out, and I also played Mario plus Rabbids when it came out and all that stuff, and it was all a lot of fun. I just played it on my own. I played it in tabletop, or played it in handheld mode when I was going to college and all that. It's like, yeah, I said all that stuff about wanting to take it seriously, and then here I go saying, oh, well, I still wanted to play video games on the Switch, where I can take wherever with me. If I had the option to, I probably would have played it in class also. Sand Kingdom. Just the Sand Kingdom, that's it. You might as well just call them whatever kingdom. Other names are harder to pronounce or just to remember. Hey Cappy, how did this ship get here in the first place? How does this even work, bro? It's so majestic. I do kind of wish that the world, like, ironically enough, I kind of do wish that some of the worlds were a bit bigger. I don't know. Like, this one especially, because, like, we see all these other, like, waterfalls and stuff. And I would love to, like, just to explore the rest of this. Like, I love how we get Breath of the Wild, where, like, whatever you saw, you can travel there. Like, if you're standing on, like, the south side of of Hyrule, and then you see Death Mountain, you can go to Death Mountain. And then here we have, like, all these waterfalls, and you can't go to them. At the same time, you don't really want that for a collectathon, because the whole point of Breath of the Wild was to explore. Like, but it wasn't necessarily the collectathon method of exploring. Granted, if you want a collectathon game where the worlds ended up being way too big and nonsensical, just play Ukulele out now. I don't know, I was considering doing a Let's Play that also, but that one's not as fun. That, Ukulele is not as fun as a Super Mario Odyssey is. Also, I haven't beaten it yet, so... And then I totally skipped out on my little story, but that's all I'm going to do for this one part. For part 1 of Super Mario Odyssey. Hope you liked it. Next time we're going to be going to the Sand Kingdom, and let's see how long it takes me to beat the Sand Kingdom. Hopefully not that long. Anyways, guys, thank you again for joining me. If you have, it's been a while. This is going to be a lot of fun. I hope I actually finished it this time. And we'll be revisiting other games sooner or later. Thank you all, and see you next time.